amazing talent. We have Dawa T Sherpa here with us.
Thank you.
Business owner, Delano Buddha. Very special guest. Very meaningful place. I can tell you that. But Andrea, the show is all yours, baby. You take over.
Thank you so much, Sissy. This is so great. Welcome to the Be Delighted segment. And this is quite a special day for me, Sissy, because there's so much to celebrate. I mean, we've got so much Italian culture going on,
Yes.
today. I'm Italian. It's my father's
Birthday.
65th birthday today. So I want to wish you, Dad, a happy 6'5". And so I kind of want to dedicate this segment to Italian culture, how I got out here to New York City. You know, it's almost like the book Eat, Pray, Love from Elizabeth Gilbert's book, you know. It's like
A beautiful movie.
a beautiful movie, beautiful book. I just think that this is kind of the Italianate version, right? So I was thinking about just even coming over here, how wonderful the meal I had this evening. You know, I made homemade butternut squash ravioli. It was awesome. Great
Nice.
garlic sauce. And I was reminiscing and thinking about all the great memories I had growing up and making food at home. And then I was thinking about how I launched sort of my singing career at a restaurant. And it was an Italian restaurant. And I would go around table to table singing to different people from all over the country and world, actually. And it was such a phenomenal opportunity because I was able to share people's stories and just learn from them. And if it wasn't for two people that I met there, I probably wouldn't be here in New York City today. So there
Incredible.
were two wonderful arts patrons. And so I just see all this fun sort of Italian themed stuff, that brought me out here to New York City. And now I'm sitting here just so blessed to be a part of your show
Thank
with
you.
the Be Delighted segment. And I also want to open up to New York City here. If you don't know about the San Gennaro Festival taking place right now, it's September 12th to the 22nd. Go enjoy Italian food and culture down in Little Italy. So now here's a song that I'm going to sing for you all. This is one that I sang many times at the restaurant and that I also sang with my father, who's an accordionist. And before I sing it, I just want to say, do you know what it's like growing up having an accordionist as, your parent? Not one, but two. I had two parents. So growing up, it was like, oh yeah, my parents over there? Yeah, they're playing the accordion. But now it's like, I'm super excited to share the instrument, to share just everything about the accordion. But, my father played the accordion at my volleyball games, it was sort of like the take me out to the ball game, but it was take me out to the volleyball game. And so in high school, I had, the 10 players out there, and my dad was playing the accordion and getting the whole crowd all riled up. And then he played for me in college at my juries when I was actually playing violin. So there's just so much to be grateful for. And so I wanted to kind of pay tribute to my dad today
Beautiful.
on his 65th birthday. So here is a song for you, Dad. O Sole Mio.
Wow. Beautiful. We're getting ready for you, Andrea. And it's coming out. Once you start, there you go.
Sereno dopo una tempesta. Oh, grazie. Happy birthday, Dad.
Let's break it down. I love that.
That's a great way to end it out.
Andrew, when I feel that music, you realize how powerful music is.
It really is quite the language.
Transforms you.
Mm.
And it's such a, you have such a wonderful gift that I know your talent, okay?
Aw,
But you always surprise me.
thank you
Always
so
surprise me.
much.
We are sending from the Sissy Gamache Show and all our producers, our team here at MNN, our love and regards to your family, your dad. What's his name? I don't even know his name.
Mario.
Mario. Okay. And how do you pronounce your last name again, Andrea?
I know. Everyone wants to know. Cianflone.
Cianflone.
It's like a pasta.
It's
It's kind of, you know?
Yes.
I mean,
Cianflone.
fettuccine.
Yeah.
Cianflone.
I wish I could get it right, but I'm still learning how to do it. But anyway, we're sending your birthday, happy birthday to your dad.
Yes.
And
Happy
what-
birthday, Dad.
And well, but going back to the action, saying bye to Andrea, baby, call me, make sure that we keep in touch.
All right.
We're
Thanks,
right on.
New York.
Thank
and thank you,
you.
across America.
Yeah, and I tell you right now that it kind of surprised you, right? Dawa?
Thank you.
Her talent?
Yes.
I tell you,
That's
you
good.
you better be ready for her because
Great.
she's serious talent.
Thank you.
Serious talent. Okay, Dawa, let's talk about you.
Yes.
That's okay? You didn't like the shot, Andrea? No worries. Loved it. Loved it, loved it. The land of Buddha.
Yes.
Your store in New York. The reason why we're bringing this topic tonight, because I felt compelled the first time that I stopped by with my sister, my twin sister, as you know, Mercy. She's into Buddhism. I'm into Buddhism. My father is into Buddhism. And it's a very special place. Dawa, you're coming from Nepal.
Yes, I am.
You have, obviously, college experience, political science, English literature
Yes.
as well. And you decided to come to New York. Can we just go back from the beginning, a little bit of your background in Nepal, growing up in Nepal, and why you decided to come to New York?
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you so much for inviting me here and exposing the store out to your audience. And I am very thankful for that. I came to New York just for the reason that anybody would come here in the U.S. And that is to, you know,
To learn, explore, live.
explore, or like mostly, I would say financial reason. What like Nepal is it's financially backward country, and anybody would come here to make a living.
Right.
And that's how I end up here.
You came here back
Yeah.
in 1992. 1992.
Yeah.
That's quite long
Yes,
ago.
Yeah.
Wow. And it was a big decision to come here from Nepal.
Well, it wasn't a big decision. It was, I always wanted to come. I actually first came to Canada.
Okay.
I
Oh,
actually
wow. You
first
came to
landed in
Canada, and you like Canada better? No?
Canada is a nice country. It's a very good country. But at the time when I was there, Canada was going through recession. The financial, the situation was not as good in early 90s.
Right.
So I had to,
Make a decision.
make a decision, and I had a lot of family in New York, so I
Oh,
came
good
back
for you.
back and forth.
Good for you.
And I found New York had much more opportunity, job-wise and everything.
It's
So
more challenging, too.
Of course, it is more challenging,
Right.
but at the same time, there is more opportunity.
Right.
And yeah.
And you decided, so here you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, that's
Now, one thing about your store, because there's a lot of places in New York, there's a lot of businesses in New York, as
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah.
Your place, like we were speaking on the phone last night,
Right.
is such a special place. As soon as you walk in,
Yeah.
you feel the energy,
Thank you.
you feel welcome, you feel
Yes.
loved.
Yes.
If you have questions, your workers are so willing to answer any
Yes.
question.
Yes.
It's a very special place.
Thank you.
Can we talk a little bit about how you came up with the idea?
Actually,
And the Lana Buddha.
yeah, Land of Buddha is a store that is meant to be like a boutique, like any other Tibetan store in the beginning when we opened it. But then I kind of had a feeling that, the name has to match all the product line and
Right.
everything. I could not say Land of Buddha and start to sell all the clothing only.
Right.
So I thought maybe I should do everything that is related to Buddhism, because I do have a sort of a background in Buddhism, and I myself actually, just by doing that kind of business, learn a lot myself.
Right.
When I go there, I feel like not too much of a store, but it's a place where I can share my experience with my customers.
Right.
Or maybe some of the customers, they're even more educated in Buddhist, and
Buddhism,
yoga
yes.
and meditation. So that place became like a place for me to enhance my own capability in
Right.
this field, which I'm Buddhist by Buddhist,
By choice.
by
By
birth.
birth?
By
Oh,
birth.
I like
was
that even
born
better.
Buddhist, yeah.
Okay.
And then, but when you say that in Nepal, actually, you could be Buddhist, but you may not know whole thing about Buddhism.
Interesting.
Buddhism could be like a culture,
It's a way of life.
way of life. It could be, people do not deeply understand the philosophy too. Although they know they know the core value of Buddhism, which is the most important thing to do. But when it comes to deep philosophy, people would go to temple and people would do prayers, they would go malas and all of that. But when it comes to real Buddhist knowledge, it may be, somebody who's read, in the book may know more than who is actually practicing over there. So it could be, the difference is sometimes it could be cultural thing over there.
Right.
Everybody is doing this, so I'm going to do it too.
Right.
You
And
know,
it makes you happy, gives
Yeah.
you peace of mind.
Definitely. Buddhism is not a religion that is dogmatic. Did I say that
Yes.
correctly? Not,
You said
not
it
a faith-based.
perfectly, not rightly, perfectly.
Not faith-based.
Right.
And you shouldn't be practicing Buddhism on the basis of you heard something good or like you like the temple.
Right.
You have to, even the Buddha said, you do not have to believe because you heard it from me or from some gurus or anything. Take it to heart.
From you.
Yeah, take it to heart. And if there's anything that makes sense to you, then think about it.
Right.
But otherwise, don't just follow because it looks fancy.
Or because it's a trend.
Yeah.
Or because
it's
the
not
Dalai
like
Lama
it's
and
not a
Richard Gere
fashion.
everywhere
It's
taking
not
pictures.
a fashion at all.
It's not a fashion trend
So
at all.
that's what it is. Buddhism will allow you to, become Buddha by yourself. You can achieve Buddhahood yourself. That is the main thing. And if you look into Buddhism, Buddhism is science of mind. It deals with your mind, and so it is fully scientific. In other words.
Right.
That's why right now, I feel that in the West, people are looking for explanation. They are not ready to believe blindly, especially the